Good morning and welcome to Ask the Expert, an award-winning daily series from 8:30 to 9 a.m. to help small businesses. If you have any question, you can ask them in the comments of the live feed. If you still need any more advice, you can join the official Intuit Quickbooks SMB community group on Facebook, where the accountants and business experts are on hand 24/7. During this live session, we will be running a poll, so please do engage with it, and I'll reveal the results at the end. My name is Eva Mrazikova, and I am Accountancy Market Specialist for Iris Software Group. I'm an accountant. I'm a licensed accountant, which means that I still actively work with the clients. And looking back at my experience, I have over 15 years of accountancy experience, which is mixed between working as an accountant in the industry and as an accountant in the practice. What I love to do the most, I love helping businesses to develop. I love helping businesses to grow and to help them utilize the technology in the most efficient way. In my current role, I also work with many accountants, helping them again to utilize the tools they have and helping them to be the most efficient and the most productive so they can actually enjoy the work they're doing. And because accountants and bookkeepers are this community that is very close to my heart, I want to talk about how to live in symbiosis with your accountant or a bookkeeper. Because as any relationship, there are some rules that we should abide, both sides, for the relationship to be successful. So what are those things that I think are important for the good working relationship with your accountant or bookkeeper? So first of all, when you're looking for the accountant or bookkeeper, you need to make sure that they are the right fit for you. It's the same like in the relationship. You meet people that you just don't feel that they're right fit for you. You don't click together. So it's very important to go by your gut feeling and by doing a bit of a research about the accountant or bookkeeper that you want to work with. Are they the right fit? Are they the right fit for your business? Do they understand your business? There is so much niche that the accountant can choose to do, or bookkeeper. So make sure they do understand, for example, if you are in the hospitality industry, that they understand this type of industry, that they understand what your business has to face to on a daily basis, so they can show a bit of empathy and help you with that. So it's very important that they are the right fit for your type of business. Do not treat them as someone that you see just once a year or someone that is just sending you a bill. Treat them as your business partner. The accountant will learn about you and your business quite a lot. So you need to make sure you're giving enough importance to the relationship and you are treating them as someone who is working on achieving your goal, who is helping you to achieve your goal. So it's the same like if you have a partner in your business, you are working on the same goals, and it's not different to your relationship with your accountant. Ultimately, they are your business partner because you are working on the same goals. Obviously, you need to establish those goals. You need to tell your accountant what your aim is, what you want to achieve for your business. So you are at the same page. It's the same again. If I use the analogy of the relationship, your partner needs to know what is your expectation of your relationship with them. Otherwise, you might be working towards different goals, or you might have just some misunderstanding. So it's the same. Do you want to grow your business? Do you want to maybe grow your business to sell it in 3 or 5 years? Your accountants need to know those things, because then they will be shaping the advice according to that. obviously, when you're speaking to your accountant or bookkeeper and you're going to agree that they are the right fit for you and you want them to do the work for you, you need to be precise on the scope of work that they're going to do for you. Why? Often what I find that there is little bit of misunderstanding between the client and the accountant, and the client thinks about different things that will be done for them than the accountant actually is going to do. And you can understand how this can create a friction and misunderstanding. So you do need to make sure that you are on the same page in terms of the work that you expect your accountant to do. So for example, whether you expect them to do bookkeeping for you, quarterly VAT returns, annual tax return, you need to be precise with it, because if the scope of work is agreed, this is going to then create the basis for how much they're going to charge you. So and obviously they will work towards that budget as well with you. And if there are things that are expected from you to do, you can't be then expecting them to pick it up after you because you didn't have time. So this is kind of leading me to another feature that I would like to see in the relationship, or that would be successful in the symbiosis with your accountant: commitment. So it's not only accountants committing to this business relationship with you, but you are committing yourself as a client, as a person, as a business owner. So you are committing that you will provide all the paperwork, all the details, all the data that is necessary for the accountant to do their work. You need to commit, you provide those information in the right time frame, that you not always leaving it last minute, causing your accountant unnecessarily stress. And believe me, there are still many clients like that. They always expect accountant to pick up all the mess after them at the last minute, and they always do it. But it's not fair to them. Ultimately, they are human beings as well as you are. So they have their other commitments and other life outside of their professional life. So with this commitment goes hand in hand, you following up all the deadlines that your accountant had set to you. So for example, if your VAT return is due to be submitted by the 7th in the month, maybe your accountant is asking you to submit all the information by the 15th of the previous month, because they need time to process all the information. They need time to get back to you, asking you for more clarification. So you need to make sure you are following up those deadlines, because then it's very stressful. And that's usually when mistakes are happen, or things that shouldn't happen. Also, if they are asking you for the information, make sure you provide this information quite promptly, that you don't delay. Communication is the key. The times are gone, guys, where you see your accountant once a year. You need to regularly communicate with your accountant. You need to find the best way to share the information, the data, that is flowing seamlessly between the two of you, that there is no delay in the information being passed on. The other thing I'm going to touch on is the record keeping. So with Making Tax Digital widening and already happening, you might heard from your accountant asking you to sign up to use digital bookkeeping software, or maybe offer a new one. Use this as an opportunity to invest in your business in terms of your record keeping processes, and in terms of how well you are going to be up to date with your record keeping. So again, commit to that. The accountants they're not trying to make the life easy for themselves. They're trying to make the life easy for you or for business, because if you will be doing regular record keeping, it means that not only your accountant will be able to file to HMRC on time, especially in terms of making tax digital, but also you will have up-to-date information about your business. So instead of looking at the historical data, maybe 6-9 months down the line, you have almost real-time information at your fingertips. And imagine how much power it's giving you as a business owner, because any decisions that you will have to make as a business owner, you will be making them with much better ease, because you will see right here, right now, how you are doing. You will see right here, right now, what projections you can do based on the current figures. So it's not just you making your life easier for the accountant, or then you wanting your accountant to do the work cheaper for you. It's the actual opposite, because the accountant is investing time in you and resources. They pass in their knowledge on you because they want you to grow as a business. They want to help you. So it's kind of double-sided, double work, symbiosis relationship. I hope this helped you guys. I'm really very passionate about working well with your accountant and bookkeepers. In my view, they are superheroes, and they can make your life much easier, but you can't expect just for them to be committed and to put the effort in. You as a business owner as well, the responsibility is on you. I'm already seeing questions come in, so I'm going to start taking questions, and thank you very much for tuning in. So Alberto on Facebook Messenger. I'm thinking about launching my own business, but I actually have a few different ideas and I don't know which one is truly scalable. Who should I be talking to? Could an accountant help? And if so, how? Alberto, thank you for this question. And it's actually a very good one. And it's beginning of something exciting for you, as I see it. Yes, you definitely need an accountant or a bookkeeper. And why do you need them? So you have few ideas. You need to run them by someone who is not emotionally involved, who is kind of looking at your ideas from the outside, who is being objective. Because often when we run our business and when we kind of create ideas for our business or plans, there is a lot of emotional, subjective stuff involved. And sometimes we are not able to kind of take that step back and kind of be more objective, because obviously we are growing our business, is our baby, we are quite attached to it. So the accountant as a professional is able to step back and they are able to tell you which one of the options will be, in your case, the most scalable. So I would imagine they will be asking you, what is your end goal? What would you like your business to be in 3 or 5 years? And then I imagine they will help you to build a business plan. And based on this business plan, you will be able to see which one of the options will be scalable, where you can grow your business in the best way. Remember, the quickest way is not always the best. And again, your accountant will be able to help you with that. So if you are searching for accountant, I would encourage you, to look for the accountant who is maybe specializing in growing up businesses, or if it's any specific niche that your business has, maybe look for those accountants. And there are great communities of accountants out there, just depending on which area you specialize in, your business specializes in. Talk to other business owners within your industry and ask them, because usually accountant it's very wide term. Accountant can specialize in so many things. So me going back saying to you, make sure they are the right fit. So this will be exactly that. So and ask around. You might meet 1-2 accountants and they might not be the right fit for you. And that's okay. That's okay. You might not be the right client for them either. So, but make sure, I would encourage you, do not do this alone. Get the expert, which accountant can be for your business, to look into that. And I wish you the best of luck with your new ventures. Louis on Twitter DMs. I see the importance of forecasting, but sometimes it's hard to predict a plan for unexpected costs or drops in income. How do you factor this in? Louis, thank you for your question, and I 100% agree with you on this. So when we do forecasting or budgets, those are the things that are never 100%, right? So what you are trying to do, you're trying to employ a bit of professional skepticism, and you're trying to be realistic as much as you can. So you never go into a budget or forecasting with overly positive outlook, because you need to factor in the unexpected situations that occur in life, as we've seen in the last 2 years. And you can only do your best. So you're going to adjust for those unexpected circumstances, dips of income, as well as you can. I would always, and I'm not being a negative person, but I would always be on the side of caution, and I would look, what is the worst scenario that it would look like, and then maybe do somewhere in the middle, or what is the better scenario, better outcome that you would expect, and maybe then meet somewhere in the middle. Because if you are over optimistic, that can hurt you when the things go completely wrong. But again, then you don't want to be overly pessimistic. So I don't have a formula on how to factor this in exactly, but what I would do, I would work probably on 2 extreme scenarios, which one is very low outcome, one is very successful, good outcome, and maybe meet somewhere in the middle. You still will not get it 100% right, but at least you did everything you could to factor in all the impacts that might happen or materialize on your business. I hope this helped, Louis, and good luck with everything. Davina on Instagram DMs. Me and my accountant only really touch base a few times a year. Sounds like I could be getting a lot more from the relationship. How do I change this? Will it get costly? Davina, thank you so much for your question. So, I think the times where you see your accountant once a year or twice a year, they are gone. And even myself, I would expect much more from my accountant. Davina, it really depends on your business, on the type of the business you do, on the size of the business you have. I would imagine with Making Tax Digital, if it's not for the VAT, maybe you're not VAT registered, but with Making Tax Digital for income tax, there will be a requirement for the accountant or for yourself to submit 4 quarterly updates of income and expenditure. So I would imagine if your accountant is dealing with your affairs, they will be getting in touch with you quite frequently. How do you change it? Communicate. It's the same like in any relationship. If you don't like something or if you want things to change, you need to talk. Maybe they don't know that you would like to get more out of the relationship. Communicate with them. Will it get costly? Well, I always look at it this way. Accountants are at the end business owners, and they are running their business. So they're not a charity. They're not just a walking encyclopedia in tax and accountancy. They study and work hard to get where they are. They have years and years of experience. So if they are giving you business advice, I would imagine you're not expecting it for free. If they are helping you to grow your business, helping you to have better profit margins, helping your business to be more successful, I would imagine you're not expecting them to do it for free. It's the same way as whether you are a hairdresser or a plumber or car mechanic. If somebody comes to you asking you to do their haircut or asking them to change the oil or brakes, you're not going to do it for free for them, are you? So obviously, if you're going to have a more active working relationship with your accountant, I would say it's going to cost you more money. But the way you need to look at it is how much benefit is going to bring it to you and to your business, how much they can make a difference in terms of your business growth, in terms of your plan. Maybe you want to sell in a few years, how much accountant can help you to put your business in the best shape possible. So yeah, it's going to be on the individual basis how much each accountant or bookkeeper is going to cost you. But just please, guys, value those professionals very highly, because they can be make a big difference to your business. And as anything, just see it as an investment in you and your business, because ultimately they are highly skilled professionals that will be helping you to take your business further and future-proof it. So just make sure you think of that. Amber on Twitter DMs, me and my accountant use QuickBooks, but I pretty much just take photos of my receipt and leave the rest to him. What more could I be doing? Hi, Amber. I'm glad I started your thought process, guys, where you are starting to question if you can do more for your accountants, or you're starting to think about the relationship you can have with your accountants. Well, again, Amber, this would be a conversation between you and your accountant, depending on the scope of work that you agreed with them. If this is what you agree with them, that you are going to just take pictures of receipts and they will deal with the rest, then it's okay. But maybe if you start feeling confident, so the way when I'm training my clients and was training the clients in the practice, the accountant, we start doing quite a lot for our clients, say if we're training them on QuickBooks. But as the time goes, as they feel more confident, so maybe if you are confident taking pictures, maybe you will be confident to record your sales, or maybe you will be confident to record your purchase invoices or whatever it is in your business. So if you are at that stage, you can go and speak to your accountant and ask them, is there a possibility? Can I do this? And if they say yes, okay, can you please teach me? But again, you can't expect them to give you lots of training for free. Maybe you can go, there is a lot of material on QuickBooks page where you can teach yourself pretty much. But I wouldn't do anything extra without speaking to your accountant first, because they might already have a system and process in place that is working for both sides. And if you starting just all of a sudden to do things differently, that might actually do more damage than good. So speak to them. There are various other things, maybe posting, matching the bank. But I would speak to them, and depend, again, it's quite individual, depends on the size of your business, on the type of your business. But if you are up kind of to do more, if you are able to commitment is the word. It's not just when it's going to suit you to do more work. You have to commit to do the work regularly, because if you start doing extra work, say, for example, you're starting to match bank, and then all of a sudden you won't touch it for the next 2 months, but you agreed with your accountant that you're going to do it. Accountant now, it's in very difficult position, so they will do it, but maybe because you're not paying them to do it. It's kind of a whole scenario. So you need commitment. So make sure it's not just, kind of all of a sudden joyful moment, no, I can do more. You need to be realistic. Are you able to cope with this long term, considering you are trying to grow the business commitment? Because often the accountants are the best place to kind of do this administrative side of the business so that you can focus on actually running the business. There are not many business owners that went into business with the view of doing record keeping. That's why you have accountants and bookkeepers. So just make sure that it's very clear for you what is it that you want. Jacob on Instagram DMs. Is there any reason why my accountant still needs my monthly bank statements? Quickbooks imports data from my bank directly, so I don't know. Sorry, I just missed that. So I don't know why she needs this. Sorry, Jacob, I just lost the thread there. Very good question. And yes, they need it. I'm asking my clients for the actual bank statements. You know why? Because when we do bank reconciliation, the best way to do it is to have actually the copy of the actual bank statement, whether it's PDF, doesn't have to be printed, but we're working towards the balance as per bank statement. Sometimes thing happens with the live bank feed, sometimes transactions can duplicate themselves, or some transactions are omitted. So this is for us kind of bulletproof way that we didn't miss anything, that we are reconciling bank to the proper bank balance as of that specific date. So that is fine. If you have live feed, which is great that you have your QuickBooks connected to your bank live feeds, but yeah, please bear with your accountant. I think they're asking you for the right thing, for the copy of your bank statements. And if you don't need to print them, if you just email them or take picture, just whatever is easier and quickest process for you. But that would be the reason that I would be asking for the actual bank statements, because when the bank feeds are pushed into the QuickBooks software, it's just one part. They just being pushed, bank statements are being pushed into the software, but we still need, after we match all the transactions, we still need to do the proper bank reconciliation. So that's why we would need the bank statements. Hopefully this helps. Kathy on Twitter DMs. What other areas could I be getting advice from my accountant about? I run a digital services company and we only really discuss HMRC bits together. Morning, Kathy, and thank you for your question. So it seems like you might be utilized, and the opposite word, guys. I'm getting stuck here. Yes, accountant can help you with much more than just HMRC and compliance. They are experienced creatures in terms of business advice, business growth, pricing. So you're saying you run a digital services company, so they can help you. Is your pricing right? Are you making enough on those services? What is your profit margin? What is your gross profit margin? They are able to dig deep into the figures that they are initially kind of being filed to HMRC, but they are able to see behind the figures and maybe ask you the right questions about your business. And also, when is the right time to purchase new piece of equipment or machinery, or to invest into equipment. So they are much more than just good for, they are good for much more than just with dealing with HMRC. So make sure that you speak to them, and this is often has to come from you as well as the client, that you would tell them, I would like to grow my digital services company. How do I do it? Where do I start? What tips have you got? And then this will start a conversation. Wishing you the best of luck with that, Kathy. And I think this is the last question that we had. So I'm going to have a look at the poll results. So we have asked you, how often do you communicate with your accountant? So none of you said weekly, 25% of you said monthly, 25% of you said yearly, and 50, I don't have 150%. Okay, so it's interesting. If you guys don't have accountant, why is that? Is that because you didn't find the right fit for you? Or is it because you're still small? Or is it you don't think they can help you? Maybe after today, you will start asking more questions yourself, your business. What do you expect? Where do you want to go? Yeah, the annual communication with your accountant, I wouldn't be happy with that. I think it is, as I said at the introduction, accountants should be really treated as your business partner. They need to know what's happening with your business, so then they can help you, they can advise you accordingly. So make sure you take advantage if you have professional involved in your business. But wishing all of you the best of luck with anything. But I would strongly think that accountants and bookkeepers can make really positive difference to your business. So thank you again for tuning in. If you have any more questions, please get in touch with me on LinkedIn. My name is Eva Mrazikova, and coming up on Ask the Expert tomorrow is branding, marketing, and communication expert Kim Arnold. Tune in to learn how to go beyond the elevator pitch to create meaningful brand messaging. A reminder, if you need any more advice, you can join the official Intuit QuickBooks SMB community group on Facebook, where the accountants and business experts are on hand 24/7. It's been a pleasure again to have this time with you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you stay safe and have a great day.